I'm Stephanie Shelton, CNBC. Wall Street couldn't get past the unsettled China-U.S. trade issues in a seesaw session. The Dow rose 70 points, NASDAQ fell 27, and the S&P 500 was flat. Adobe shares wobbled in the extended market session. The software company's revenue and outlook topped estimates, but earnings didn't. Airlines are doing well, record numbers of people flying, but United is planning to reduce staffing in business class by one flight attendant on international routes, and hundreds of them protested at airports across the country today, saying it wouldn't be safe. Virgin Galactic flew to the edge of space today, a height of 51.4 miles, one step closer to space tourism. Founder Sir Richard Branson says he hopes he'll be going up by the middle of next year. Branson, who's British, also had something to say about Brexit, the UK leaving the European Union. Branson said it would be more damaging to Britain than World War II.
It's the little things, like finding $20 in the wash. Woo! Jackpot! Or knowing where to shop online for all the newest styles and best deals around. Stage.com, of course. Visit Stage.com today for incredible sales, our newest markdowns on clearance, more extended sizes, and even more choices. Plus, check out today's deals online for daily coupons and offers. Fresh styles, big savings, and fun perks every day. Stage.com. Little things mean everything. Offer exclusions apply.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now, 800-390-9528. That's 800-390-9528. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. The help you need could be one call away. 800-390-9528. Make the free call now. 800-390-9528. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us if you want Viagra at the lowest prices. Never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-357-1583 today to save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-357-1583 to take your call now. Call 800-357-1583. That's 800-357-1583.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Carter. No reaction when asked about it yesterday, but President Trump has plenty to say on Twitter this morning about the prison sentence for his former attorney, Michael Cohen. Trump tweeting he never directed Cohen to break the law, adding that Cohen is supposed to know the law. Trump went on to say that while Cohen was found guilty of campaign violations, Trump himself never broke any finance laws.
The president then claimed Cohen only pleaded guilty to the campaign finance charges to embarrass him. Cohen was sentenced to prison yesterday for campaign finance crimes, including paying hush money to two women who reportedly had affairs with Trump.
Rob Stadler reporting. A teenage suspect is dead after a shooting at a middle school this morning in eastern Indiana. Police say no other students are hurt, but they're not saying much else about the shooting at Dennis Intermediate School in Richmond. Students are being transported to a nearby high school to meet their parents. Lisa Carter, NBC News Radio.
Looking for a new place to eat? Delicious food at a great value? The Tri-City Center in Redlands is proud to announce the grand opening of a fine new dining establishment. Terry's Diner, at the former location of the Spunky Steer in Redlands, is officially open for business daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. with delicious, mouth-watering breakfast, lunches, and dinners. Treat yourself to Terry's tasty dessert menu, such as Terry's famous sundaes, banana splits, hot fudge cake, old-fashioned root beer floats, frosties, cakes, and pies, too. You'll find weekly lunch and dinner specials all under $10, including Angus steaks, burgers, Greek salads, pasta seafoods with wine and beer. Terry's brings years of tasty temptations from DJs in San Bernardino and Altaloma. Join a new tradition in Redlands. Stop by at 1350 Industrial Park Avenue between Tennessee and Alabama in the Tri-City Center. Google Terry's Diner Redlands on Yelp or find them terrysdinerredlands.com.
Listen to KCAA Loma Linda for less confrontation and more information.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. And I'm glad that you're tuning in today. And if you notice, we have two peoples today. Yes. And this person, in a moment, I will introduce her in a second. But first, let's say hello to Brandon, our board up. Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well.
You are?
Yeah.
And why are you so happy today?
Oh, I mean, it's the holiday season. I get to talk to you. There's a lot of reasons to be happy today.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You're happy to talk to us. Yay!
I am. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Yeah. You know, glad I got off the mountain there. All the wind and everything up there is crazy up there. So it feels good to be down here on flat ground a little bit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, is everybody ready for me to introduce this person sitting next to me? Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay, yay! This is Miss Angela, and I met her through a friend of mine. And she is the owner of Open Door Escape Games in Redlands. Wait till you hear the neat things that they have there. I mean, this place is incredible. And what a neat idea for if you have family over for the holidays or the children and the young adults and something different to do. We're going to turn you over to Angela, and she is going to tell you all about it. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm super happy to be here.
I'm glad you are too.
Thank you.
Yes, and before we really get started about the games, would you please tell everybody the beginning of your story? When and why did you get started?
Absolutely. So, growing up, they have these point-and-click games on the computer, escape games, and I would play them. They're puzzly. You have to figure things out, and my dad would send them to me all the time, and I'd always get a little bit irritated because I'm like, Dad, I just don't have time for this. And then 30 minutes later, I'd be on the phone. Okay, Dad, how do I do it? How do I figure this part out? And so we just kind of had this fun banter with these games, and so I found that they had real live ones, and so I thought that would be an excellent Christmas gift for the guy that's hard to find gifts for. And so I took him to one out in Pomona for Christmas back in 2015 and had such a memorable experience. I was addicted from the first time I did it. And so went and played another one and came home. Both games I didn't play with my husband. And it was just funny because I'm with my husband all the time, but I didn't play either game with him. And came home and I said, somebody's got to build one of these things in Redlands. And he's like, okay, because he didn't know what it was. Because if you've never played, it's kind of hard to fully grasp the concept. Mm-hmm. And so I said, somebody's got to build one of these things. And he was looking at me like, okay, that's great. And I said, I should do it. And he thought, uh-oh, because I'm not a dreamer. I'm not a visionary. I'm a doer. And so when I get an idea, there's a good chance it's going to happen. And so he said, well, I can tell that you're very serious about this. So why don't we go together and play a game? So we took the family and we played an escape game, and he had a wonderful time, and he said, okay, let's do it. And so that was on a Sunday, and then Monday I vacillated back and forth all day to figure out, is this the right thing for us? Is this what I want to do? What am I thinking? This is crazy. And Tuesday morning, I love it, I went to Bible study and told the gals, I have kind of a wild hair. I don't want to share what it is. Because I don't want to, put it out there in case I didn't do it and then we failed or something. And so afterwards, one of the girls, she pulls me aside and she says, I know this is crazy. You're going to think I'm crazy. She said, but I had 2 dreams about you back to back. She says, I never dream about anybody. And the fact that I had 2 dreams about you, 2 separate nights, she says, so I prayed and I asked God, do you have something you want me to tell Angela? She says, I felt crazy for even praying that. And she says, this is all I know. God told me to tell you, I know that you want to start something new and that you don't need to be afraid. And I said, whoa. Yeah, it was amazing. I have chills every time I tell the story. And so I said, green light all the way, let's do this. And so that was in March, maybe April. And by August, we were open. And we...
Wait. You came up in April and was open in August?
Yes.
That is some fast-paced working.
It was so fast. And my poor husband, I put him through the ringer because I always ask him to build things when he's got everything else that he needs to do at the same time. And so did all my research and homework. We got our keys in July, and we opened in 1 month after we got our keys with all of our build out and all the work we had to do. And it's kind of crazy because we're building this thing. We have this theme that we think is going to work. And we were almost done building it, and then we thought, well, we need to like build puzzles, because that's the concept of the game. And so we were like, I guess we got to figure it out, and we got to figure out puzzles. So we just came up with puzzles, and literally that game has been perfect since the day we made it. And we feel so blessed. We've changed little tiny things to make it maybe execute a little bit easier, but people constantly tell us it's one of the favorite escape games they've ever played. And we had no idea what we were doing, but it worked, and it's wonderful. And I have since been able to quit my career and run this business full time. So that's a little bit about our background.
Now, when you say a puzzle, right? I did a little bit of homework, right? So I didn't go into the shop yet because, of our timings back and forth, but I had this image in my head. When you say puzzle, explain to our listeners what you mean when they get in the room.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to back up just a little bit on the immersion side of it. So this is not like playing a board game at home. Board games at home, you can have puzzles and strategies and type things. This is different because this is an experience. So, for example, our first room that we built, the one I'm talking to you about, is called The Study, and it's in downtown Redlands. So we built it as this 1940s study to where when you go in the room, you really feel like you're in an original 1940s study. Sometimes people ask me, is this real? And then I know I've done my job well, because we have this whole storyline about this journalist who exposed the story and had to get out of town and set up these puzzles. And people are always like, is this a real story? And I think, man, we're doing a good job at this. So what happens is you go in this room, and when you walk in, you think, well, this is just truly an old 1940s study, and you don't know what you're looking for. So then you kind of, we can go and we can do a maximum of 6 people. So everybody goes in and they're like, well, I don't know what to do. So they just start looking around and things begin to reveal themselves. So you're going to find maybe a piece of paper that implies that it has a clue on it. And together you think, well, what could this mean? And, it might be something simple. It might be something big. So I'll give you a little spoiler.
Okay.
You want a little spoiler?
Oh, yes, please.
So, for example, in our escape room, we have it's like old paneling on the walls, and one of those panels opens, but you would never think to open one of these panels. It's completely hidden, but you open up a locked box and it has a diagram of a door, and you think, what is that? And you walk over to it, and suddenly the walls are opening around you, or things are coming off the walls. It's truly like a national treasure kind of a game. Yes. So you have the 60 minutes to solve all these different types of puzzles, from physical puzzles, not like you have to get super active, but things you have to do in teamwork, things you just have to think your way through, maybe a riddle, just lots of things that are kind of stretch your brain a little bit. Some of them are easier, some of them are harder. Some of them are so easy that you think they're hard, and that's the ones that people get tripped up on, which are always hilarious. So it was simply look up and do what it says, but they just forgot to look up for some reason and stuff like that. So yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of the flow of the game.
Oh, that sounds so much fun.
It is. It's a riot. It is truly unlike anything you've ever done, because you're not just playing this game, you have 60 minutes or less. So it's critical thinking under pressure and working as a team. So you're rushing to get through this, trying to figure it out, but you truly get immersed into the story as you're playing. And you believe you're truly trying to figure out not just the way out, but trying to solve the mystery as you go.
Now, when you say you get in the room, how many people can you have with you in that group? Is there a certain number?
Yeah, so we recommend between 2 and 6. 6 is usually our maximum. Part of that so that everybody has their win. There's nothing more frustrating than being in an escape room, whatever the theme, and feeling like I have no purpose, I'm not useful to this team, I can't contribute anything. So we like to keep our numbers small so that everybody can work together and everybody has their win. They have that moment they discover something or they solve something. As long as everybody has at least one of those moments, we guarantee that they'll have a great time. And between 2 and 6 people is the perfect number to do that.
And is there a certain age group?
It's really any age. So what we designed this game for, this is an adult game, not in content, but in difficulty. So we designed the game to be about 13 years and older, and we've had every age from there. But then what was happening is we had a lot of younger kids wanting to play. And so we'd invite them to come, and then the parents would tell us, good grief, this is really hard. And we say, I know, this is for adults. And so this kept happening and kept happening. And my husband is the one of the youth pastors at our church. And so all the kids wanted to come try it. And we were like, sorry, this is not for you. So at the beginning of this year, we decided that we wanted to build a kids game.
Okay. Now they're building something for you and I. Small people.
Yeah. So so after we had opened the study, we moved into a warehouse, also in Redlands, but gave us a lot more space to build some fun things. And we opened Arrested just over a year ago, which is a Western jail theme. The immersion of that is amazing. It's beautiful. It's one of, and this isn't just my opinion, this is truly the facts. It is one of the most beautiful escape rooms you'll do as far as, well, some people don't put as much love and care into the details as we do. So you really feel like you're in a Western jail here as well. So then we opened, well, we kind of thought about it. We were like, what do kids do that they want to put themselves in, like that their brain can expand and it can kind of be sort of fantasy but sort of realistic. So we came up with this idea of when you build a blanket fort, because who doesn't build blanket forts? I mean,
everybody does.
Everybody builds blanket forts.
Yes.
So we thought, well, when you go in your blanket fort, you always imagine that it's like this palace or it's this big phenomenal place. And we thought, what better way to build a kid's escape room than to build a blanket fort that has a portal that enters into what we call Pillow Palace. And so it turns into this magnificent blanket fort once you're inside. And yes, it's beautiful. We absolutely love it. We put so much love into it. So that opened in July. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but you're trying to save Pillow Palace because it's under attack. So the people of the Pillow Kingdom are attacking, and you're there to help restore faith, hope, and love to the kingdom. And so there's a big lamb king. He's this giant stuffed animal, and he talks to you, and he helps you through it, and you kind of build this relationship with him. So that's our kids' game. So that's a 30-minute game, and we recommend ages 7 to 12 for that game. And it's a riot. Kids love it.
That sounds amazing.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, this is so exciting. And bump out the name of your business right now.
Open Door Escape Games.
Address.
We have two locations. So downtown Redlands is 19 East Citrus, and our other location is 370 Alabama Suite B, both in Redlands.
And this, of course, will be on Facebook again tomorrow. We're going to keep on talking about it. Now, Brandon, when do you want to go?
Okay, Sunday. I don't have plans Sunday. Let's go Sunday.
Okay, if I'm still walking around, because we have two gatherings, one on Friday, one on Saturday. If I'm still walking and talking, we'll get together and go and do this.
All right.
That would be so much fun. Now, is someone allowed, when they come with a group of people or just their children or their grandchildren, can they take photos? Are they allowed to take photos inside or just outside of the building?
It's a good question. So we allow them to take pictures at the end of their game.
Okay.
So they can take pictures posed with all the different props and things, but we're very careful because we don't want any giveaways for hints and secrets and stuff like that. But yes, they get a full photo opportunity at the end of every game.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
And how many rooms do you have altogether?
So we have the 2 adult games and then the kids game that I mentioned. But because adults have been so excited about the concept of our kids game, we decided that we're actually going to transform our kids game into both an adult game and a kids game. So we're doing that between Christmas and New Year's. We're working to rehaul a few things because adults want to play it, but they don't want to play a 30-minute easy game. And so hopefully sometime in mid-January, we'll have 3 adult games and 1 kids game in there.
That's amazing news.
Isn't that?
Because the whole time I was like, that kids game sounds so awesome.
Yeah, it does. And how many times when all of us were younger and shorter than we are now, right? That we used to play with the blankets and do the forts and, the pillow fights and everything and have that all in one game.
Every time my alarm goes off in the morning, I hide under my blanket still. So, yeah, that's awesome.
We got to do this. This is so cool.
And there's so many more little surprises as you go that you don't even know. It really does defy your imagination. There's a little bit of what we call suspended disbelief to where, why would this function that way? I don't care. It's just awesome. Yeah. So different things where you have to, you'll just have to come and be surprised. I won't spoil too much for you.
Okay, and bump out your contact information. Because people are listening and getting excited, and they're going, where is that?
Absolutely. So Open Door Escape Games in Redlands. The best way to do it is to truly go to our website to get some more information, which is just opendoorescapegames.com. You can read some of our FAQs there if you're unsure about it. Question that I'm always asked is, are you physically locked in the room? And we never actually physically lock you in the room. So in case of an emergency, people are always worried about being claustrophobic. Yeah. So we don't lock you in. The fire department's happy with us to not lock you in, but you feel as though you are locked in as you are trying to escape. So head to our website and check that out. And this is such a fun gift certificate to give, as we were talking about what to get some of our parents that you don't know what to get them. A lot of the time, I think that we just want to spend time together. And when I play an escape game, I always schedule dinner afterwards, somewhere, anywhere, usually pizza, because that's just easy and fun, because you have just as much fun discussing after the game everything that you did, how you figured that out, who solved that, how'd you do it, and you rave. I mean, you truly talk about it for weeks. If you've never played a game before, you talk about it for so long. And so it's a really fun gift to give, either as booking it as a family or giving it as a gift to go and do it another time.
That is so cool. And we could be Dr. Wattsman and get all the clues and find our way through.
That's right.
Yeah. This is neat. The other question that just popped into my mind, being in the room and stuff, are you allowed to keep your shoes on, or do you take them off and put on slippers or something?
That's a fun question. So both of our adult games, you do wear your shoes, but our kids' game, you take them off. So in our kids' game, because you are crawling through a portal, and you are in a pillow palace, it is definitely a place to be without your shoes. But both of our adult games, you're fine to wear your shoes while you're in the game. In fact, dress comfortable, because you're going to be digging through things, figuring stuff out. Not much climbing or physical activity, but you can wear your shoes.
And then all of us ladies, biggest thing straight across the boards, don't wear heels.
Don't wear heels. Not
don't
necessary.
Wear heels. Like your sandals or loafers or, anything along that line, right?
Yeah. Come casual.
Yeah, a good pair of tennies would,
Yeah. And we usually recommend that this is an event, like I said, to go out to dinner afterwards. Don't go drinking before you come, because you need your full brain. People all the time say, we're going out for drinks before we come. And I say, I cannot recommend that you do that. Come. If that's the thing that you do, just don't do it before you come. It's not as fun for us, and it's definitely not as fun for you, because you will need your full brain. People often ask, like, oh, is it easy? And no, it is not easy. This is not the kind of room where you're going to get out and a half an hour and feel like you waste. You're going to use your entire hour the whole time you're there. And something people ask often too is, well, what happens if we get stuck? Do we get a clue? Do we get some help? And so something that has been very important to my husband and I as we have built these rooms, he builds them, we create them together, is to create a hint system that doesn't break immersion, because there's nothing weirder than feeling like you're in the 1940s and then your clue is like on a big TV screen. We don't like that. We think that there wouldn't be a big TV screen, digital TV, in a 1940 study or a Western jail. And so we've created hint systems that keep you in the experience. So for example, another kind of spoiler, at this study, the main character of the study, his name is J.L. Vincent. And we have created him as the journalist that I was telling you about. Well, he left behind his pet bird. And his pet bird is Nick the Parrot. And you can ask Nick the Parrot for clues. You can ask him for help. He can kind of guide you along the way. And people always ask, is it a real parrot? We say, he's real in our hearts. So they go in the room, and then they see him there. And he's really this stuffed parrot from, like, Amazon.com, that is in this cage, and he really does feed you hints and clues throughout it, but you never feel like that's somebody feeding you hints in another room. You truly feel like you're talking to Nick the Parrot, because to get clues from him, you have to say his name. You have to say, hey, Nick the Parrot, can you give me some help? I don't know what to do. Or, hey, Nick the Parrot, how does this work? And I tell you what, people hashtag Nick the Parrot after they've played our game, because they build such a relationship with this silly, sassy bird as they're playing. So yes, you can ask for hints as much as you need while you're playing, so you don't have to worry about getting stuck. Our encouragement always is ask for help before you get too stuck, because it's never fun to be so frustrated that you can't figure it out. So be humble, ask for a little nudge in the right direction, and then hopefully you can work your way out, because not everybody gets out.
I was going to ask you that. I was kind of wondering. And when you're talking about the 40s and the dress attire, it would be fun to dress in that era.
Absolutely. We hope that people will do that. Absolutely.
Because that's one of the eras I love, especially with the gowns and the hair and everything. I mean, they were absolutely gorgeous stuff that they wore back then.
Yes.
It's too bad we don't wear some of that now.
I know. I agree.
Yes. And why don't you bump out the name of your company and your address and your phone number?
We are Open Door Escape Games. We have 2 locations. We have 370 Alabama, Suite B for Arrested and Pillow Palace, and we have 19 East Citrus in downtown Redlands where we have the study. And you can get a lot more information at opendoorescapegames.com.
There you go. And if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on KCAA 1050, the station that leaves no listener behind. I love saying that. And, of course, Mr. Brandon, our board up, is with us today. Yay! And our guest, I hope that you guys were tuning in early enough to get all of this great information, is Miss Angela from...
I'm from Yucaipa, California. Sorry.
Oh, you are?
You caught me off guard. I'm from Yucaipa, but I built a business in Redlands. We're from Open Door Escape Games in Redlands.
Yeah, and talking about that, how many people do you allow in one big group?
So we can accommodate usually 6 at a time, and we can sometimes do larger groups if groups are willing to divide their group in half and play 2 separate games. So one group might play Arrested while the other group is playing the study. Or sometimes what the groups like to do, since we have a downtown Redlands location, which is so prime for people who want to find something to do while they're out. So that holds up to 6. Sometimes we can stretch it up to 8 if groups are really wanting. We never want to leave anybody out either. And so sometimes, say we have a group of 16, we'll have 8 play the game, and the other 8 will go downstairs and they can get ice cream, they can go shopping, and then they swap out because it only takes an hour. It goes by really quick. And then the other group can play, and then it makes it like a friendly competition. So who can get out the fastest, who can get out at all, and so it makes for some good bragging rights.
And that's good, like a competition.
Yes.
You know, and somebody's going to say, "Oh, we're the betters. We're going to do it faster and faster."
That's
and
right.
Them are the ones that end up losing.
Always.
You got to giggle when you see this.
Oh, it's great. You know who's some of the funniest groups? And this is, I'm not picking on anybody here, but the people that do the worst in the groups, you wouldn't guess. Give me a guess. Who do you think do the worst? There's 2 sets.
I would say, I had to think about it. It could be a teacher or a professor.
Yes, that's one.
And the other one, politicians.
Cops.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Teacher, educators, and cops. They do terrible. It's so funny. I think, okay, this is going to be a little mean plug. I have a lot of cop friends. I don't think the cops like to ask for help.
Oh, they don't?
They don't like to ask for help, and so they don't use the hint system, and then they feel silly afterwards. So if you're a cop and you're listening, just ask for a little nudge in the right direction. But yep, they do the worst. And sometimes, here's what's fun about this study, is sometimes kids will come in and do better than the adults. But a lot of the time, the adults don't want to ask the kids. The kids will be like, I think you need to do this. And they'll keep saying it over and over. And we crack up in the command center because we watch everything that you do because we're the ones feeding you in the clues and stuff. And we get it. The kids often get it. They just, that childlike mind kind of gets things where the adults don't. And then when they finally listen to the kids, it's such a victory for the kid and for us when we see them finally conquer through whatever step that they're at.
Now, the other thing that I love this, the other thing, I didn't even think of cops. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the other thing, too, is when they had the competition, the 2 teams, do you happen to give them a trophy like the first time and they get through it, or anything like that?
We actually do. We don't have anything at Arrested, but at the study, and it seems silly in the moment, we give you a sticker. Now, at the moment, it's like, I get a sticker when I go to the dentist when I was a kid. Why do I care? But when you earned that sticker after you've conquered the study, you put that thing on and you walk out proudly. It's funny, there's a barbershop right outside because we're upstairs in an old building, and they always pass by this barbershop. And the guy tells us, man, I see people come out of that place so happy every day. He's like, but the ones wearing that sticker, they wear that thing proud, and they just crack up because what adult cares? But people care about earning that sticker.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And it'd be really cool. Get 6 couples, right? And the guys in one room,
yes,
the females in the other.
Absolutely.
And see how fast us females get through before the guys
That's
do.
right. That's right. And that's usually the case. Women are very good at this game.
And then whoever loses, right? We know who it's going to be. They have to buy dinner and then go out shopping afterwards.
Oh, I love it. Anything that involves food and shopping. The girls and the guys are happy with that.
Yeah, because if they have the sticker, they want something nice to put it on, right?
You know what else is a good good group of people to come is corporate team building, Christmas parties. We get a lot of groups from just different small corporations, small businesses, even big ones that come through. They might bring their executives. They might just bring their team. And it is such a fun team building activity because a lot of the time we work together, but we don't have to truly work together. We work next to each other. And this is the kind of event where you truly have to work as a team because it's either everybody wins or everybody fails. And so staff retreats, staff outings, that kind of thing, it's a great opportunity for that. So we're really trying to encourage people to do something a little bit different for their staffs. Plus, it's memorable. Go out to eat afterwards.
This is so cool. Now, thinking of unique things to do.
Yes.
Hello, you asked, we answered.
Yes.
And which is really neat. And then one could buy to go and purchase the tickets beforehand and put them in an envelope for a certain group or, you know, the other person that you want to bring, couldn't you?
Yes, absolutely. So you purchase gift vouchers online. That's usually the easiest way to do it. We have a printable voucher if you're able to just print one off right there, or we have them available on site. Usually on the weekends is the best time to catch us because we're appointment only. So we're not there unless we have bookings most of the time. So we have it there to print, and it's just a voucher code. Then you get to come and play whenever the time's right for you. And otherwise, we don't really take walk-ins. We do require at least 1 hour reservation beforehand. So 1 hour is not too spontaneous. So just book online, and that's usually the easiest way to do it. Or you can get my friendly voice if you call the number most of the time.
Yes, and you do have a good voice. And talking about doing things online, why don't you bump out your email and all that other good stuff if they want to go on the computer and do this?
Absolutely. So OpenDoorEscapeGames.com is our website. If you want to email, you're going to email me directly at info@OpenDoorEscapeGames.com. I deal with the people. I love the people. That's why I do this. So anytime you're going to contact our business, like 98% of the time you're going to get me. And booking online is really a lot easier to do it that way anyway because, you know, it's all at your fingertips and it has your credit card information. So we do have you pay before you come in. So just kind of be ready for that. Some people are surprised that they have to pay before they come. But that way your spot's reserved. It's just for you. And that's something else to consider. We do offer private and public games. So
oh, really?
We do. So if, let's just say you and Brandon wanted to come in just the two of you, if you wanted to guarantee it was just you, you might book a private experience. If you were excited to meet somebody new, you might book it as a public, and you may or may not have somebody else join your group, which for me, that scared me to death when I first booked our first escape game because it was just my dad and I was like, what if the people are smelly? What if they take over the room and I don't get a chance to play? Like, I'm going to be trapped in the room for an hour with these people, right? I mean, I was scared. And I got in, and there was 7 or 8 other people that played this game with us, and it was so fun to play with these strangers. And you just work together. All the minds work. In fact, I find that groups that do mixed groups sometimes do better than private groups because there's just such a variety of brain power going into it. So you can book private, you can book public. We've had maybe one experience in the years now that we've been open where it was kind of an interesting, 2 groups don't mesh very well, but almost always they just have a great time working together. When I play escape rooms, I have no problem playing with strangers, and you kind of make some new friends while you're in the process.
I was just going to say that. You meet new friends. Now,
Absolutely.
Another question popped in my mind. You got some more time, right?
I got time.
Okay, good. When you go in, and us ladies, we always have our luggage with us.
Yep.
Some people call them purses or something, but we call them luggage, right? And even a lot of the guys, they have their man purses with them.
Yep.
Now, do you have lockers in there where they could put the stuff in there instead of keeping it in the vehicle?
Good question. So at the study, we just let you bring it right on the room with you. We ask you
Oh,
not
you do?
We
Okay.
do. So we ask you not to use your cell phones because, well, they didn't have cell phones in the 1940s, so
No,
it wouldn't
they
be any
didn't.
help to you. So at the study, you can just bring it in and just put it right there in the room with you. But at Arrested, we do have lockers, and we give you guys the key, so you lock all your stuff up so it's safe, and then you just get to lock it away and then play hands-free without being worried by anything.
That is so. I can, Brandon, a bunch of us got to get together and go and do this. You know that?
So I've done an escape room before.
Oh, you did?
And I just wanted to speak to the fact that, like, when you get paired up with another group, it's a little bit scary, but it works out. She's right. It works out. We got paired up with a couple that was on vacation, and they were really cool.
That's neat. It's like meeting new playmates on the playground at the school.
Yeah. And you
You
have
know?
a task to play, so there's no, like, what do we talk about? You know what your job is to do, so it just jump right into it.
Oh, we got to do this.
And what she said about, like, team building and, like, how much you have to communicate and work together in these situations really does help build teams.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I really actually want to do this.
We got to figure out when we can all get together and do it.
And we're open every day but Tuesday. Tuesday we go in and we maintenance things. People always ask, why do you close on Tuesday? Because people are rough on things. So we paint, we touch things up, we repair things that break, we make things better, like we're going to transform Pillow Palace. So every day but Tuesday, we're open from 10:30 a.m. is our first booking in the day, till 10 o'clock p.m. is the last booking of the day. So we're open all day, just the afternoon, evening on Sundays. And so we're open all the time.
That is so cool. And before we go to break, bump out your contact information.
Our escape games at opendoorescapegames.com. We have 2 locations in Redlands, 370 Alabama Suite B and 19 East Citrus in downtown Redlands. And you can give us even a call at 909-747-4784. And like I said, most of the time you're going to get me.
There you go. And we're going to take a quick break, and Brandon got all the good stuff together, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Cliff from Cliff's Pest Control. Have you had problems with pests lately? Cliff's Pest Control has been in business for over 40 years and is family owned and operated. We can take care of your general pest problems, that's the ants, spiders, all the crawling bugs, and we also can take care of your termite problems. You can reach us at 909-887-1862. That's 909-887-1862. That's Cliff's Pest Control, Inc., serving the Inland Empire for over 40 years.
Hi, my name is Don, and I work with my wife Marie. We are holistic health practitioners specializing in magnetic therapy. Got pain, get relief. We are the Got Pain people. The benefits of magnetic therapy are speed up healing time, reduce discomfort and pain, reduce inflammation, detoxify your body, help improve blood flow. Got pain, get relief. We are the Got Pain people. With MD Jar Magnetics, we can be reached at 951-743-6903. We help to relieve pain without the dangerous side effects of drugs. Some of the other benefits of biomagnetism are a safe alternative for the treatment of over 500 ailments, including cancers, chronic back pain, migraines, asthmas, cysts, tumors, acne, arthritis, knee pain, sports injuries, broken bones, high blood pressure, diabetes, fibromyalgia, sciatica, multiple sclerosis, stroke recovery. It also helps reconnect the brain to the nerves. We are located in Yucaipa, and we are the Got Pain people. With MD Jar Magnetics, got pain, get relief. 951-743-6903. Once again, 951-743-6903.
If you own or work at a restaurant, bar, or nightclub, here's an important message to help improve your bottom line. At Starflight Entertainment, we rent professional karaoke DJ systems. The monthly cost is affordable, and Starflight systems are easy to operate. For more information, call me, Rich, or Bev at Starflight Entertainment, 909-797-7291. Starflight karaoke systems have great sound, and Starflight provides a large selection of songs, everything from the 40s to today's latest hits. We at Starflight Entertainment will supply a professional karaoke jockey, or we'll train someone for you. The Starflight system can also be used almost like a jukebox during your slower times. Starflight Entertainment has been in business since 1989, and many bars, restaurants, and clubs have been customers for up to 10 years. Starflight covers San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and Los Angeles counties, and we can help improve your business. So remember the name Starflight Entertainment, and remember 909-797-7291.
Starflight Entertainment.
Hey guys, this is Kim with Budget Transmission's Complete Auto Repair. We're in San Bernardino, 1620 North East Street. We're here to help you. We do complete auto repair. If your transmission is slipping or dripping, can't be trusted, bring it to Budget Transmissions, get it adjusted. Our phone number, 909-886-2844. Our website, budgettransmissions.com. And again, our number, 909-886-2844. We do free diagnosis. Happy to help you.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.
Merry little Christmas, let your heart...
And we're back, and Brandon again picked another great song. We've been working together so long, we don't even have to talk. We just look at each other, and these waves go through. And thank you for that. And, no problem. Good. And you heard the ants, and you heard Miss Kimberly from Budget Transmission. Now, for real, and I don't recommend anybody until I use them. My vehicle got very sick and what have you, and so I took it over to Kim, and bada bing, bada boom, the chicken soup worked beautifully, the car's happy, everybody's happy. But if you need anything for your vehicle, go to Kimberly over at Budget Transmission, and their phone number is 909-886-2844, and they're at 1620 North East Street in San Bernardino. And she's part of our women's club, and I met a lot of the ladies a number of years ago when I first started radio. So it's kind of cool. So, that's a little something different. And you know what else I wanted to ask you? Talking about your fireplace, right? And the gas thing there. How's your plumbing doing?
Our plumbing's good, but our fireplace is having an issue. So we moved into this new house, not new to us, in March. And the people before us said they'd never tried to use the fireplace before. So we thought Christmas time, let's get this thing going. My husband built this beautiful surrounds and mantle and this whole thing, but we'd still never used the fireplace. So the gas company came out today to service it. And they tried to turn the little gas knob, and they broke their tool twice because they couldn't get it to turn. So we need a good fireplace repair guy.
Give me 24 hours and I will find you 4.
Yes, please do. We would love to have a fireplace in our fire in our fireplace for Christmas.
And any listener out there that is in that business of repairing or building or destroying fireplaces, right? Call Angela at
909-747-4784.
One more time.
909-747-4784.
And just tell her that you heard her on the show, and bada bing, bada boom.
I'd love that.
There you go.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and talking about plumbing, also, this time of year with so many people in and out of the house, and, people are throwing their food down the toilet that they don't want to eat. And, like this, and one of the aunties bringing in the fruit cake, and they're trying to get rid of the evidence, right? Well, you know who you didn't call? You were didn't call Miss Joe at Big Mike's Rotor and Plumbing. And they are also in San Bernardino. And their phone number is 909-888-8736. And I also know her for a number of years. And when we first moved into the house, we needed somebody, bada bing, bada boom, right? And here's another good one while we're on the road. You could use these guys too, okay? KC at Top Dog. And they are absolutely fabulous. They do all different kinds of printing, from your business cards to flyers. They even do the wraps for your cars.
Oh, that's great.
You name it, signs, websites, everything. And of course, I know her for a number of years, and she's been doing some work with me. We're going to do a little bit more for the new year. And their office number is 909-498-4416. And that is Top Dog.
I'll have to get that card from you. Thanks.
You're welcome. And aren't you happy?
I am.
Yes. Do you want another one?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay. Do you need another one?
Sure.
Okay, there
Thanks.
you go. You're welcome. You owe me a coffee. So, call these ladies because they've been in business, for years and years and years. And so if you need something like that. But I will check about the fireplace people.
Please do.
And see what we can snoop around in.
That would be wonderful.
And there's one lady that came to my mind. She's like a walking telephone book, So, yeah.
Those are good people to know.
You're welcome. So
Thank
a couple
you.
of days. And then also, talking about this, I wanted to ask you one more question. When you first started, right, we're going to backtrack a little bit. When you first got the idea, how long did it take you to do the blueprints, to get all your permits and licensing and all of that?
It's a great question. So this is a two-part. So when we first opened, it was so easy because we just took the room like it was and used it other than decoration. So the city of Redlands wanted us to get a conditional use permit, and I thought, that's silly. We're just a little 300 square foot room, and this permit could have taken gosh, it could have taken us 3 to 6 months. It could have taken $5,000, and I was just not willing to do it. And so I worked and worked and worked with the city of Redlands to try and get past it. And I had one gentleman there that he felt for me. I walked in there crying. I literally had PTSD after, okay, maybe that's a little overstatement, but like I remember walking in there to the city of Redlands office when we were opening up our second location, like shaking, like nervous, because it was such an ordeal to get our first room open as far as this permit. But our second time went way easier as far as not having to get the permit. But the first time, they finally found a way to work around it and made it work for us. So we did not have to get that permit. So
you're so lucky.
I prayed so much, and I was not willing to sign a lease on a building until I knew. And so we waited and we held out, and I prayed a lot. And so we got past that. So that was probably, it was in March we made the decision that's what we were going to do. April, I think I bought our domain name and just started working on building the backside of our business. July is when we finally got the go-ahead that we did not need the conditional use permit, and they were able to give us our business license. So we got our keys, I think July 9th, and this is what I was telling you, my poor husband. We had just gotten back from summer camp. He's the youth pastor. He runs the camp, and he gets back. The day we got our keys was the day we got back from camp, and we started construction. The poor guy just gave everything he had, and then here we go. He's back at it again, working super hard. So this was before we had any kids, so it was easy to put in countless hours. And so we got our keys in July, and we opened on August 19th of 2016, and we couldn't believe it. We got a booking in our first weekend that we opened. We thought, who's going to book with us right then? So we were so nervous. We'd only ran a couple of test groups and couldn't believe that people were really going to come do this crazy thing that we had built. And then get this. Are you ready for this? What? This is going to blow your mind.
What?
We made our investment back that we invested into this business in the first month. That's how well. In the first month, we made our entire investment back. That's how well it went that quickly. People found out that there was an escape room in Redlands, and they went crazy, and they loved it. And we are responsible for many people with an escape room addiction because they came and played our game when it was still new, because this is still a new fad. Escape rooms really just came to the United States not very long ago. We were one of the first ones in the Inland Empire, maybe one of 5 others out of the whole area. And now they're popping up more. You'll see them. But people came to our room and played and then just fell in love with it, and now they play all the time. People tell us all the time, my first game was the study, and we fell in love.
Now, with all of this great success that you had, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I really am. You're welcome. Now, are you thinking of expanding, or are you going to stay with the 2 for a little bit?
So that's a good question. I had been given some wonderful business advice from a friend who's coached me through this. He said, don't let your business grow faster than you.
That's so true.
And I didn't really know what he meant by that. I thought, well, why wouldn't you want to grow your business quickly? But I listened to him. He's been there, done this before. And so we built the study. And it was about 6 months later that we got our keys to our warehouse, where we have plans to build 4 games. So it wasn't for another year, November, when we finally got that room built. And that's where we ran into all the issues with the city and the permits.
Yes.
That's where it was such a nightmare. We had our keys. We literally had to build this tiny little room. Arrested is not a big room. So some escape rooms you're going to play are going to be multiple rooms. You're going to move from this secret door to that secret place and all this. Because we had so many issues with the city, literally building 3 walls. Just 3. They didn't have anything special about them. That's how long it took us to get through with architects and contractors and all this kind of stuff. So that's why we built a small room. But we definitely got that warehouse with the intention of building a lot more. So we have Arrested, but in the process, so this is a little bit of my personal background story. So we built the study, and that went great. And I had a whole nother full-time career that I was doing, that I was praying about getting out of, and had not figured out what that was going to look like yet. So I literally stepped down from my position in that company. And 2 months later, we got a baby girl. So we got her at 2 weeks old. It was a crazy process. Long story short, we were praying about doing a foster to adopt situation. And in the middle of the process, somebody came to us and said, there's a baby girl that needs a home. And so we got her. She was just 2 weeks old. So you talk about becoming instant parents. It was really, really like, whoa. So it was amazing timing. I literally had stepped down from my full-time career just a month and a half, 2 months before we got her. So I was very ready to take on motherhood. Well, so I thought, nobody's ready for that. That's scary stuff. But that was way scarier than owning a business. She's 18 months old now. And we've actually built 2 rooms since we've been parents, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's pretty good. If you're a parent, you know that was an accomplishment. So we built Arrested through that summer. finally got that open in November, and then we built Pillow Palace. So we still have a lot of space. So we have full plans to build. Okay, I hope my husband doesn't get mad that I'm going to reveal some things here.
Okay, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell the
okay,
husband.
everybody that's listening, don't tell her husband what she just said. She'll get in trouble.
Yeah. So we have plans to build. Our next big room that we'll probably build is going to be called the Alley. And so,
I like that.
Yeah. So this is going to be behind our current room, Arrested, and this is going to be I can't tell you too much, but there's going to be some conspiracy. There's going to be the feel of being outside when you're inside. So we're kind of going to pull that, and it's going to be definitely a multi-room, much bigger than what we've built. We already have a full train escape planned out, everything purchased for it, just haven't built it yet. So we have a big train escape, like a Pullman train, like 1950s Pullman car. We have everything for that pretty much ready to go. We just need to build it. And then my husband's baby is we're building a space station, but that's not going to come probably for a couple of years.
And when you're talking about this, with the train and, outside and everything, the first thing that came to my mind is when we were back in Brooklyn and how they had all the alleys through the streets and everything. And, that would be so cool.
Yep, exactly.
And you play some of the old music from that era.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can dress, with the tie and everything like in the 40s. And
Absolutely.
Back. Oh, that is going to be fabulous. I'm getting excited.
It is so fun for us to sit at it's like what we do when the baby goes to bed, we sit and we puzzle plan. We don't do it all the time. It's when we're in the puzzle planning. But it's a riot to sit down and everything you could dream and you figure out how we're going to make this a reality. It's so fun that I get to do it with my husband, and we sometimes will pull in our employees and our family and we just brainstorm. And that's something we're passionate about, is building our own game. You can buy escape rooms. Say you want to start an escape room, you want to drop some crazy amount of money, you can buy these pre-built games, but we love to guarantee that you're going to see stuff you've never seen before in our games because we design everything ourselves, which some people could look at that and say, well, let the professionals do it. Well, we'd like to think at this point we're professionals. We've got this thing figured out, and it is a riot, the types of things that your brains can come up with. People always ask us, how do you come up with this? And we just have a great time just sitting down with a pen and paper and talking through it. And my dad is so handy, and he builds tons of the cool stuff that you'll see. I'd love to bring people through and say, my dad built this and this, and it really is a family effort. My mom works for us, and she's an amazing host. I couldn't do it without her. And it really is kind of a family affair. And some people say don't get in business with your family. No, our family has been so supportive. We couldn't have done it without him.
Well, sometimes it's good to have family.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bump out your contact information.
We are Open Door Escape Games. You can find us at opendoorescapegames.com. You can email me at info@opendoorescapegames.com. Call me at 909-747-4784. And we have 2 locations serving you in Redlands, one in downtown Redlands at 19 East Citrus, and the other at 370 Alabama Suite B.
I love it. I love it. And if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. I have so much fun saying that. And we are talking to Miss Angela from
Open Door Escape Games in Redlands.
And address?
Oh, yes, of course. We're at 370 Alabama, Suite B, and 19 East Citrus in downtown Redlands.
And think now, with the holiday right among us very quickly here, it seems like it just came that quick.
It did.
Didn't it seem like we just had the 4th of July?
Yes. It does.
And here it's weird. And these, when I met Angela and we got talking about it, we said, what a perfect idea for when the family is there visiting or the children or the young adults are out of school, right? What a perfect place to take them for an activity.
Absolutely.
Get them outside or back inside for this, and
it's get them off their devices. That's what it is.
Their the phones and the computers and and get a bunch of people. And Brandon and I, we're seriously thinking of going and trying this as soon as we can, which would be a whole lot of fun to do, and then also talking about activities. All right, between the two of you, what other activity do you think a family could do, together or separate, right, for the holiday time?
Outside of an escape room, I would say laser tag is fun. There's a laser tag place in Yucaipa. They're awesome.
Yes,
such
you
a
read my mind.
Yep.
That's a whole lot of fun. And Brandon, what do you have?
So I was talking to you before the show about the Festival of Lights, and I was specifically talking to you about the one in Riverside. But our guest recommended a different one.
Yes.
What was that?
So I think it's known as Candy Cane Lane, unless that's what they're all called. So down, I believe it's officially Altaloma. You get off at Carnelian. You'll probably have to look it up, but it's absolutely phenomenal, and it is a whole city, a mini streets of lights, and they are truly, every house is gorgeous. It's a park the car, walk around, go see it. Lots of people are selling hot cocoa, and it's just fun to even interact a little bit with the families and talk to them because it's beautiful.
It is. And talking about lights, how about going down and visiting the Mission Inn? The lights they put around that mission it's absolutely incredible.
It is.
Yeah,
so well done.
I was talking to you about this before the show, and I was like, when do you go there? Because it gets really busy down there. And you had a good suggestion tonight.
Go on the off days. If you wait for the weekend, forget about it. Everybody and their brother's going to be there, and the hardest part about going to any event is trying to find a parking spot. So if you go on an off day, it'll be calmer and quieter, and you can stroll around. And also at the Mission Inn, if you can go and see all them lovely lights, and then you can walk through the Mission. You can sit down and have a coffee or something, and it's just do some shopping down there. They got some good shops down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell.
Always.
Yeah, really cool shops. And then the other thing, you have somebody in your house that loves trains?
My husband loves trains. Absolutely.
He does?
He does.
Good, and he does. Brandon, do you like trains?
I used to. It reminds me of when I did.
Okay, well, how about this? Going down to the Orange Empire Railroad Museum. And they have them old big cars that they used to have and stuff. I don't know if you're allowed to get into them or not, but they have that, right? Go onto your computer. Yes, I'm telling people to go on the computer and push in trains, museums, everything, and let your fingers do the walking and find where all these lovely trains are. I mean, there's millions of them out there. And then how about the Palm Springs tram, right? And you can go up there. Now that's an activity.
It is.
To do it. Just don't look down.
Right.
And then how about Castle Park in Riverside?
That's fun. We go to the batting cages there pretty often. We have a good time doing that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And so there are so many different activities that one can do with a family if they think outside the box.
Absolutely.
So get up in the morning, have a bowl of Wheaties, a big breakfast, pile in the old station wagon, and go for it. Right?
Yep.
Okay, now Angela, one more time, all your contact information.
We are Open Door Escape Games. You can find our information, a lot of information on our website, opendoorescapegames.com, or email me at info@opendoorescapegames.com. The number to contact us is 909-747-4784. We have 2 locations in Redlands with 2 adult games and 1 kids game at 19 East Citrus in downtown Redlands and 370 Alabama Suite B, where you can find Arrested and Pillow Palace.
I want to do that pillow thing. I want to do that one
so
first.
I'm really excited for that to happen. You said January?
Hopefully.
Hold
me to it.
All right.
We're holding. No, I don't know if we can sit here all the way until January, but it's a try. Oh, another thing to do with the children? Take them down to the zoos. Let them see the live animals and everything else. And then if you want to get a puppy or a kitty cat or an orangutan or an elephant, whatever kind of pet you want, go down to the humane societies and adopt.
They have elephants?
I think so.
Okay,
if they don't, let me know. We'll find one, okay? Because I know you want one.
Yeah.
And, they may, you could help save a little life, right? And I think that is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
And then if you're looking for a good veterinarian, go over to Cala Mesa Clinic on Cala Mesa, right? They are one of the best people ever. I know in Carmen and their whole team for a long time. They have another one over in Riverside. And so, do your fingers. Go down and get one of these little orphanage and get them, and all of this other good stuff, right? What do you think? I like that idea. And we just got one finger left. Okay, that means a 1 minute left. And if you want more information about the show, it's easy. Go on your computer, push in Let's Go Shopping with Bev. KCAA 1050 AM, you can hear the whole story. And if you want to find out how to come onto the program and this and that, send me out a little email. It's Let's Go Shopping with Bev at gmail.com, and I can talk to you, and we'll figure out everything you want to do. Angela, real quick, address, phone number, quick.
370 Alabama Suite B in Redlands and 19 East Citrus in Redlands. Call me at 909-747-4784 and let me know if you heard me on Let's Go Shopping with Bev.
Thank you. Brandon, thank you again for another good show. And that's it. Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band is walking us out of the station. Talk to you next week, same time, same station. Ciao, everybody. Bye.
You know you're setting me free. I'm living in paradise. Yeah, living in paradise. When I'm with you, living in paradise. You're my dream come true, living in paradise. Yeah.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
I'm Stephanie Shelton, CNBC. Wall Street couldn't get past the unsettled China-U.S.